Hello everyone, welcome back to more Final Fantasy. Okay, there's a whole new opening to this too for Heavensward, so I kind of want to watch this. So let's watch this real quick, you know. No. Yes. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Not too bad. I still think I like the opening to the original a little bit more. But that was still really, really good. Yay! Alright. Forgot I was wearing this. Yes, log in. No. Alrighty. Hi, Artsy. How are you doing? I like how he's wearing that ring too. That one doesn't even look like it's sitting quite right. Okay. Okay, I remember what I need to do now. To do now. You doing alright? Just playing and watching some people? Nice. Well, thank you for letting me be one of the ones that you're watching. I appreciate it. Primal Fear. No, that's 46. Primal Nature. No. I don't think that's it. King Lives. No. No. Fragments of Truth? There we go. Fragments of Truth. That's the one I need. For Bahamut. Man is wont to cast light wherever so secrets lie hidden in darkness. Though that which he illumineth doth bringeth him joy, so it is with such unhappy truths as Bahamut's immense shadow doth conceal. Yet ever onward forgeth the mistress Alice, undeterred by the burden of knowledge that weigheth heavy on her heart. 'Tis a perilous path she hath chosen, and a painful one. I prithee, Shent, remain by her side as her valiant blade, that she might see her quest to its conclusion. Well, that was a plan. Shent, it is well that you are here. My lady, how might I serve you this day? I have met with some difficulty in my mission, Yurinje, and I should be grateful for your counsel. As you know, Bahamut's physical form is regenerating beneath the Cartanu Flats, even as we speak. If we are to prevent his return, we must needs disable the 2 remaining internment hulks that sustain him. Internment hulks. Every moment our mission is delayed, the realm is pushed closer to the brink of destruction. Alas, though I have determined the locations of the fragments of Dalamud leading to the hulks, I have been unable to find a way to enter them. And gaining admittance is but the first step in your perilous undertaking. When last thou descendeth into Bahamut's subterranean fastness, thou didst discover, didst thou not, that the dead Primal hath bound the shade of Nail Van Darnus unto his will? Oh, did I just... Oops. I think I skipped a bit. You can say his name, Yunjie. I have not forgotten that my grandfather is waiting for us. My lady, I would remind you, as I most oft remind myself, that the man whom we both loved and revered is no more. What remaineth is but a shade which defileth his memory. The vile verbiage that spilleth from his lips must not be heeded, for it cometh not from your grandsire, but from Bahamut himself. You need not worry, Unje. Come what may, I will not stray from the course. I will not let grandfather's sacrifice be in vain. But mere words will not take us whither we must go. As I said, I have been unable to find a way to enter the fragments of Dalamud. My lady, might I suggest that you visit the fragments again in Shin's company? Full oft hath the warrior of light set events in motion by virtue of his presence alone. 'Tis possible that he may do so again. I, the while, shall search for answers of mine own. By our efforts combined, full sure am I that the path shall be revealed for us ere long. Were it anyone else, I should question the wisdom of such advice. Yet I cannot deny that what you say about Shins is true. Very well, I shall do as you suggest. Assuming you have no objections, of course. Good. Now, we seek entry to 2 fragments of Dalamud. One lies at the Burning Wall in eastern Thanlin, and the other at the Singing Shards in Mordona. I left an assistant at each location with instructions to continue searching for a means to ingress. It is not impossible that they could It is not impossible that they could, since I've found something useful to us. Let's begin by visiting my man at the burning wall. Dex, I think it was. Oh, wait. Okay, no, I don't want the solar either. I want out of here. There we go. Or I guess I could just port to the closest place. I say, are you not Master Abeta, my lady's most faithful companion? Sinners, sir, at your service, and may I say what an honor it is to meet you. How goes the survey, Dex? My lady, it shames me to say that I have found no viable path to the fragment. Though it stands there before our very eyes, the way thither has thus far proven impassable. When the fragment fell and pierced the land, it caused a prodigious amount of aether to spew forth. 'Twas this that gave rise to the land's twisted lay, which seems destined to thwart our efforts. Even were an opening to exist, I fear that we would struggle to reach it. Can I give up? Keep trying. So near and yet so far. Well, it avails us not to stand here and stare at the thing. Let us away to Mordona and try the other fragment. Perhaps Sinis has fared better. Upon that note, my lady, there is something I must tell you. I am sorry to report that I lost contact with my brother just over a bell ago. I did it again. As you know, the Singing Shards are home to many fell creatures, ogres among them. While I do not wish to cause you undue alarm, I fear something unspeakable may have happened to Dex. What? Why didn't you give me strength? We must hurry to my assistant's aid, Shent. While I'm doing this, I'm not expecting any large cutscenes, so we'll do at least a leveling so we can get our storm seals. Speaking of storm seals, I need to go see how my people are doing. That's not what I want to do. Where's that other piece? I want to join no fate. Eating. Thank you, adventurer. For a moment there, I feared that my bones would be ground up and used to bake bread. I am relieved to see that you are unharmed. I was wrong. It was wrong of me to press such a dangerous task upon you. My lady, your worries are wasted on me. 'Twas nothing at all, I assure you. If it pleases you, I shall report on my findings. As you can see, though the tip of the fragment is exposed, the rest is encased in rock and crystal, rendering it impossible to enter the surface. We might try excavating the area around the fragment, but that is like to take time, and there really is no telling how deep we may need to dig before we find a suitable point of ingress. As such, I am forced to conclude that gaining entry to this fragment is unrealistic. Forgive me, my lady. Confound it. We are losing precious time. What are we to do now? Ring-a-ling. 'Tis I, your Ange. Glad tidings have I for thee and my lady. For a blessing, a way hath been found by which thou mayst enter the remaining fragments of Dalamud. Please escort Mistress Alice to the cerulean processing plant in northern Thanlon. There all shall be made clear. Let's go there. Ranger has found a way? Then we must go to him at once. Need a new mount. Or a new pet, anyway. That too, new mount. Said no. That's better. Pardon me, my goodness. Mine apologies for summoning you thus far, from afar, my lady, but 'tis here that your journey may finally end. I did wonder, to my knowledge, there are no fragments in northern Thanlon. Nor are you mistaken, my lady. Yet a pathway doth exist, one which you yourself have made use of in the past. At the conclusion of your several forays into the binding coil, 'twas at the crystal formation which lieth to the north of this place that you did emerge, was it not? Yes, an ethereal stream bore us back to the surface. That much I had surmised. Are you suggesting that we can use it to return underground? Even if that were possible, would it not simply bear us back to those places which we had already explored? It need not, my lady. Pray allow me to explain. Upon the evidence of your experience, it seemeth plain that two interment hulks may share the self-same ethereal egress, from which we did infer that others may be connected in like wise. Thus did we labor long to verify the existence of further tributaries into the self-same stream. In which task we were at length successful. 'Twas then but a matter of arriving at a solution to the problem of traveling to an unattuned destination. That one might reach what we may call the headwater, We propose to employ a modified aetherite, which serveth to amplify such ripples as do originate from said source. By focusing one's essence upon these ripples, it should be possible to make the journey. Yet be fairly warned, my lady. As with all untried modes of ethereal travel, this method entraileth considerable danger. Merely to attempt the voyage could cost you your life. That is a risk I am willing to take. You are brilliant, Yunjie. But I am curious, did you have assistance in forming this plan? I could not help noticing your repeated use of the word we, unless you have taken to using the majestic plural in our absence. Ah, nay, my lady. As you have correctly surmised, I was not alone in this endeavor. Meaning there are others who are aware of our mission. Well, it cannot be helped now. Preventing Bahamut's return is what matters. If some secrecy must be sacrificed to achieve our goal, then so be it. Yeah. It was Alphanot anyway. I know it was Alphanot, Elpiter. So that must be the modified aetherite. But what are the immortal flames doing here? These men may be sworn flames of Volda, but they are first and foremost faithful retainers of House Louvier. Yeah, thought so. Alphanod! So it was you who was helping Yunjie. Who else could it have been, dear sister? Lest you worry, I have no intention of making the details of your venture public. Like you, I would prefer to avoid causing a panic. But given that which is at stake, namely the survival of the realm, one must be willing to accept help when it is offered. Would you not agree? At the very least, you do not be cross with Yunjie. 'Twas at my behest that he kept silence. We shall speak later. Pray forgive me, my lady, but knowing full well your intent, I judged it met that Master Alphanod be informed. Though your grandsire hath become Oh, wait, that wasn't one I thought. Yeah, that's not the thing. I don't know what's going on. Do you hear that, Alphanod? I mean to strike down grandfather, and when I have done so, I shall banish Bahamut to the Aether. Nothing you say will sway me from my course. I will protect Eorzea, and I will uphold grandfather's legacy. Grandfather's legacy? You still do not know what you yourself desire. Your actions are still driven by borrowed resolve. Borrowed resolve? What does that have to do with anything? Protecting Eorzea was grandfather's goal, and we made it ours, both of us. That is why we came here, unless you have forgotten. God forbid I should ever forget, Alice, but you misunderstand. I do not question your resolve, only whence it came. If it were your own, you would be able to tell me precisely why you desire so fervently to protect Eorzea. Yet you cannot, for it is not your resolve, but grandfather's. You may struggle to see the difference, but borrowed resolve shall never be as strong as that which springs from within. But let us speak of this another time. For now, preventing Bahamut's return is all that matters. To be plain, I have no objection to striking down whatever is left of grandfather. Know, however, that I will be accompanying you this time. As a son of House Levier, I would be present for his final moments. Very well, you may join us, on one condition. I make the decisions. If it pleases, my lady, the name's Erkenad. Our preparations are just about complete. When you're ready to embark on your mission, just give me the word. I'll be waiting for you at the cerulean processing plant. Thank Thanks. Pay no heed to my brother. You can rely on me. We have come far together, you and I, and together we shall see our journey to its end. Yeah, I'm still waiting for a minute. I don't know what. Oh, it was a free company invite. This one is... Alright, now we speak to the person. Oh god, I hate this freaking rhino. I've been waiting for you, Master Better. I'm pleased to say that the Aetherite's primed and ready. As you know, the remaining internment hulks are connected to the fragments in Eastern Thanlin and Mordona. It's to the former that we'll be sending you first. Now, you'll be starting inside the hulk, meaning you won't have to cover so much ground. The drawbacks being that you'll be fighting for your life from the moment you get there. Best be prepared for anything, for Milady's sake, if not your own. And that's all I have to tell you. When your preparations are in order, just give me the word and I'll send you on your way. I may even throw in a prayer for your speedy return, just to be on the safe side. There we go. Oh, what wonderful timing. Timing. I can't speak today. I'm worse than usual. Holy cow. I'm just super tongue-tied today. Sunken Temple of Quam. This is one I haven't really ran that much, so I'm not entirely sure how this goes again. This is gonna be wonderful, I think. Keep Pop-Tart. Wonderful. Alrighty, so we can do the last part of the... of the coils of Bahamut when... Oh. Oh, I don't have the item level for this now? Okay, a little weird, but okay. That might actually do it. Yep, I just, for whatever reason, I had a cruddy ring on. Now I can actually do that whenever. That's funny. Okay. Alright, we're gonna do the Hildibrand. What is it? Hildibrand storyline. We'll get caught up to that before we continue our main scenario quests. Yes, I'm a very busy man. If you're looking for small talk, I suggest you look elsewhere. No need to be rude, Ganlon. He's a friend of mine. Now, what say you share your latest findings with us? I promise I'll make it worth your while. Ellie! If it isn't the Mithraized Star Reporter, come to have a laugh at Ganlon's expense before returning to pen your latest front-page feature, eh? Oh, very well. Just promise you'll put in a good word for me with the higher-ups, okay? Now let me tell you this. There's strange things afoot at the Colosseum. Bugger it all. A travesty, I tell you. Hmm? What the frick? I'm not gonna say anything. Hotch, Hewe, and Hemo. Whatever is the matter? And where, pray tell, is Hutchin? The four of you will compete for the cup together, yes? I fear that an unfortunate mishap has left Hutchin in no condition to fight. We're just on our way to convey the dire news to Dower Meadow. Mayhap, my arse. This was sabotage. Some bloody coward out there will stop at nothing to eliminate his competition. I swear it on my subligar. Lower your voice, Hutch. My head stings enough without your bloody shouting. Hutchin, should you not be resting your wounds? Oh, but forgive your incompetent, unworthy comrade. If I had been quicker with my mantra, we would still be 4 men strong. Do not berate yourself so, Hamo. In victory and in defeat, the Montrevilles fight as one. Montrevilles. And bear no more responsibility for my wounds than I. Any road, I dare say I will not be getting back into fighting, fettled by arsing about in bed. I'm ready to chant some mantras. How about the lot of you? Hutchin, for you I am always ready. Now that's what I like to hear. 1,000 mantras. And I want each one to ring out over the Sagoli. Yeah, mantras. The Mantravilles? Aye, as Hutchin tells it, they took their name from a training partner they met at the Fist of Ralger, a man they most admire for his devotion and chiseled physique. Consider me not the least bit interested. This talk of attacks on the competitors, however, of this I would hear more. Ah, yes, I mentioned that strange things were afoot, yes? With mere days left before the Mithril Cup, a staggering number of would-be combatants have withdrawn, citing a host of curious ailments and injuries. With the list of entrants shrinking by the day, the organizers have been forced to abandon the elimination format in favor of mass melee between what few battlers remain. The Phantom Thief's challenge, gladiators dropping like flies. No, this is no mere coincidence. I would speak to the individual in charge of the event. Where might I find him? Though the concern sponsors the tourney, the day-to-day organizational duties are being handled by a fellow by the name of Dower Meadow. He should be in his office within the Colosseum halls. I'll send word to the gateman. Yu Baya. He owes the Mithrai a favor or two. Splendid. Come, Shent. We got a case to crack. From the Mithril Eye, you say? Then by all means, you are free to enter. Oh my gosh. I am Ellie, reporter for the Mithril Eye. Never blinking, all seeing. You know the deal, yes? And you must be Dower Meadow. I was hoping I could ask you a few questions about the upcoming tourney. Who am I to argue with free publicity? And from a charming little thing like yourself. Ask away, my girl. That said, between the challenge from that so-called Phantom Thief and now these bizarre attacks targeting the fighters, our tourney's already the talk of the town. Not that you'll see me complaining, provided someone's still left to fight, that is. You're free to investigate, as you wish, but you'd be smart to exercise some caution. Needless to say, recent events have everyone here a bit on edge. Why, just moments ago, one fighter almost took off another's head for insulting the color of his These three. Looks like we've got ourselves another... These two aren't in the entry books. And our challenger unleashes a vicious right hook as the gentleman in... Oops. And our challenger unleashes a vicious right hook as the gentleman inspector was channeling his strength for his next attack. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner! Inspector Briarden. As efficient as ever, I see. true gentleman. Excuse violence, Inspector. You were thinking. It annoyed me. Dower Meadow, I presume. Tell me everything you can about the prizes for this tourney, and try to be brief. Was wondering when you might ask, Master Fergus has spared no expense in making the Mithril Cup the most lucrative tourney this Colosseum's ever seen. The victor will receive a true treasure from his collection, the Warden's Grace, a ring fitted with the largest sun sphere you'll find outside a corn. The second and third place prizes are nothing to sneeze at neither, but I don't care how many faces he's got, we've nothing to fear from this thief. The concern has hired an elite regiment of stone torches to watch over the vault day and night. Hildibrand freaking copied him. Yes, just as the brass blades were so successful in stopping the thief last time, if you want your treasures safe, go fetch them and bring them to me. Be quick about it. I haven't all day. Fear I can't do that, Inspector. After all, what proof do you have that you ain't Mr. Many Faces in another of his elaborate get-ups? No. If you want to get your hands on the spoils, you'll have to claim them as any other would, in battle. As a matter of fact, what with the ranks thinned as they are, we're actively recruiting new competitors. The more the merrier, and the more lucrative at that. Yeah. Now, where did our receptionist get off to? Over here, you slimer bugger! We've got some fresh blood for the melee. Give me a moment, will ya? I've only got 8 arms. Where are they legs? Oh yeah, I forgot. Ultras. Slobbering cephalopod. You called? I was just about to get the lovely Miss Avila the grand tour. Inspector Hildibrand! Look, he's purple! Astute as ever, Nashu. This color, this overabundance of appendages. I smell a case. Ah, that's just my receptionist, Ultras. Don't be startled now. He's an ugly little bugger, but he's friendly enough. Word has it, he was one of many bizarre creatures born from a recent experiment with ancient incantations at the Thaumaturge's Guild. Oh. They're going to sell him away in a hole in the desert with the others. Then he opened his slobbering mouth and started pleading for his life. I just want to live in peace. I'll do anything. Anything! So the management hired him to perform odd jobs at the Colosseum. And am I ever glad they did. I tell you, this job ain't glamorous, but it sure has its perks. What a delicious morsel. Oh my god, I want to get my tentacles around her. I know not who you are or where you hail from, and I do not care. If you challenge me, my Tempest Blade will show you no mercy. You can forget about your case, Inspector. There's only one who will claim the victor's spoils, and that is me. Oh, I just love it when she talks tough. Now, who's the chump who wanted to get pummeled by my lovely little Avi? Huh? Though a gentleman takes far more pride in rescuing fair damsels than fighting them, I fear we will have little recourse. I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, shall do what must be done, too. Shanta Better will be entering the tournament on my behalf. Thank you, Briarden. Thank you for that. Huh? Shanta Better? You do look like it a better. Okay, that worked out weirdly well. You know what? I'll take it. Shent a better. It do look like it a better. Well, bugger me with a spear. To think I'd see the day when a warrior light stood in my coliseum. Hear that clink, clink, clinking? That's the sound of gil pouring into our coffers when the public finds out that a true Yorzian hero be stepping into the ring to fight for the Mithril Cup. I'm also currently on the run from those here, you know, regicide and all that, you know. I don't know if this is a good idea now that I think about it. And I reckon your friend can tag along too. Show him where to sign, Ulti. With Shent, I suppose we have as good a chance as any. Now we just need to make sure that he doesn't come down with some curious injury. That gladiatrix, Villa was it, seemed quite certain of her chances at victory. Suspiciously certain, I would say. I am already 10 steps ahead of you, Inspector. That Ultros fellow seemed more knowledgeable about Miss Avila. Come, Nashu, the investigation is afoot. As much as it sounds like an amazingly productive line of investigation, might I suggest that our first priority is to keep Shent here safe? Let's return to Ganlon and see what else he can tell us of these mysterious attacks on the combatants. Very well. I shall leave that task to you. I have a lead of my own to investigate. Should you uncover any new information, I trust you will share it with me at first opportunity. Of course. Alright. Speak with Ganlon in front of the Colosseum. Trying to use the mini-map to see where I need to go, but I feel like I'm just... Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. There we go, this'll work. I suppose that our questioning of Mr. Ultros can wait. Let us see if this Ganlon fellow can enlighten us. Look, I know you're a warrior of light and all, but we can't afford to take any chances. Be on your guard, Shent. You again? I've already told you that... What? Enter the tourney, you say? Are you out of your bleeding mind? Look, I've got a suspicion or two, which I'm happy to share with you. But in the end, you have to protect yourself, you hear? So I've been asking around, and it seems that more than a few of the fighters who pulled out of the tourney were scheduled to fight a warrior by the name of Avila. Now, I can't make any promises, but my instincts tell me this girl is bad news. But don't take it from me, when you can hear it from someone who crossed blades with her just days ago. Fellow by the name of Raging Rat had the misfortune of matching up with Avila in the preliminary round and earned himself a right bruising from it all. Last I heard, he was resting up back at the Pugilist Guild. Why don't you pay him a visit? come to have a good laugh at Raging Rat's expense, have you? Well, you're not the first. I say, is there not a man in this entire realm with an ounce of sympathy? Greetings, good sir. How fortunate you are today that your guest is Hildibrand Mondeville, gentleman and inspector. Now, if you would, please enlighten me to how exactly it was that you were beaten to a bloody pulp by Miss Avila. Gentlemen, my arse! Have you no wit or delicacy? Never you mind. Look, the records may say I lost, but I'll admit to nothing of the sort. I'll shout it at the top of my lungs if no one else will. The girl doesn't fight fair. Tempest Blade. Some kind of foul sorcery, if you ask me. Mark my words, that girl is up to no good. If she weren't so damned easy on the eyes, she'd be rotten in Gowl as we speak. The girl's Alamigan. Haven't you heard? You know how it is with those refugees. Why fight with honor when you got nothing to lose? Yes, and why not disparage an entire people in a pathetic attempt to salvage your sorry pride? This one's a real piece of work, Shunt. Let's be on our way. I didn't mean no offense, miss. Just telling it like it is. And it were. Perhaps this truly is some manner of sorcery, as the fellow says. Or perhaps she works with an accomplice? She didn't strike me as the magic-wielding type. If I were a betting woman, I'd put my gill on the latter. Ah, Miss Ellie, the thrill of the chase has struck a chord with you as well. Yes, I can see it in the wrinkles beneath your eyes. We might very well make an inspectress of you yet. I'll give you a good wrinkle, you insensitive boor. If what the man says is true, it's likely that her fellow Alamegans might sympathize with her plight. An accomplice would hardly be out of the question. Yes, I can see it now. Two unfortunate souls, shunned by those around them, united by destiny and a common desire for justice. Ample appendages whirling wildly, sending gusts of wind flying every which way. A villain and ulti, a match made in the heavens. Were it any more obvious, I could have solved this case without leaving my home. Incredible! Your powers of deduction never fail to amaze, Inspector. What is it with you two and that infernal octopus? Mr. Ultros should still be at the Colosseum. Let's hurry before he slithers back off to whencesoever he came. Oh, now it's raining. Wonderful. Perfect timing. Dude, what the heck? Shh, friend, and look over yonder. Behold those exquisite legs, those stylish tentacles, the unearthly undulations of his squirmy body. Yes, our friend Ultros is a most fascinating creature indeed. Behold how he carefully eyes the gladiatrix before him. What manner of mischief is he plotting? I don't like it. He speaks. Yes, this is most suspicious indeed. Oh, what is this? The girl has fled in a panic. Our friend Ulti appears to be discouraged. Look at the way his shoulders sag. Or how they would sag if he had shoulders. Our quarry is on the move. Quickly, Nashu, we must pursue! Oh my gosh, had to keep going back and forth between the from the front of the Coliseum and to ha, there he is. You will not escape us so easily, Mr. Ultros. He's just a pervert. Mr. Ulti seems to have found himself another gladiatrix. What might he be plotting this time? Look at those succulent legs. I reckon they'd taste just wonderful in a good marinara sauce. Marinara sauce. Ah, he speaks! And another girl rushes off. Whatever did he say to her? He looks so sad. Shall we douse him in lemon butter and put him out of his misery, Inspector? Whatever is he doing with these girls anyway? Call me crazy, but I think he likes them. Poor Mr. Ultros didn't seem to have much luck with the ladies. Speaking only for myself, I'd love to have him for dinner. Perhaps in a nice lemon butter sauce. Hildibrand is contemplating the implications of Ultros' behavior. Poor misunderstood Ulti. Here we suspected him of criminal activity, when in truth he was just a gentle soul luckless in love. Oh, Ulti, can you find it in your squishy, slimy heart to forgive us? Yes, yes. Now perhaps we should return to our investigation. If a villa is as suspicious as they say, perhaps we should follow her around for a bit. Dower Meadow back at the Coliseum should be able to enlighten us as to her whereabouts. An excellent idea, Miss Ellie, but I had a better one. Let us return to the Coliseum and speak with Dower Meadow. From him we shall ascertain Miss Avila's whereabouts, upon which we shall follow her about to see if she is indeed as suspicious as they say. Come, Nashu, the investigation calls. Don't think Uncle Ulti didn't see you following me. What's the big idea, eh? I'm nothing more than a stupid octopus. Or am I? Come on now, I just want what any octopus wants. A cute girl, untold riches, and the admiration of millions. Can't Uncle Ulti dream? Well, kids, hate to ink and run. Ink and run. Then again, I am an octopus. The frick? Okay. Okay. Yes, what is it this time? I'm a busy man. Looking for a villa, you say? She said something about sharing a flagon with her countrymen over at the Coffer and Coffin. I reckon you might still find her there. I'll warn you, though, if you're smart, you'll keep your distance from that one. That poor bugger Ganlon tried to interview her for an article. Thought the girl was going to rip his head clean off. How can I put this? She doesn't seem to take kindly to being asked questions of a personal nature, if you catch my drift. I said if you're looking for a good sparring match to warm you up for the tourney, that might just be the ticket. I can assure you that there will be no need for gratuitous fisticuffs, my good sir. And with my remarkable powers of espionage, we will ascertain all the information we need without the fiery lass even being alerted to our presence. Let us be off. Alrighty. Behold, the lovely Miss Avila, just as predicted. Let us keep watch from here, so as not to set off the girl's famed temper. How many times must I tell you there is no cause for concern? The spoil shall be mine. May as well be written stone. Do you realize what this means? We have suffered and suffered long, but my victory shall mark a new era, just as Rabban al-Din won a new life for himself in the Colosseum. I shall win a new life for our people. The prize that I shall claim will bolster the wealth of our people 1,000, no, 10,000-fold. In a land where wealth is power, we will be kicked to the gutter by the old dons no longer. And with that, I must be off to the Nanawa mines to meet my sister. Miss Avila's self-assurance is ever a sight to behold. I deduce that my own chances of felling her on the field of battle are infinitesimal. I could have told you that before you signed up. Come now, we have a suspect to pursue. Trying to steal a villa from Uncle Alty's tentacles, are you? I'm afraid that isn't gonna happen. Yes, Uncle Alty's homemade explosive will see that this is the end of the road for you. Does that make me a bad octopus? Ah, the distinctive smell of fire sand. Another one of your handcrafted explosives, I take it, Nashu? Heavens no, Inspector. This is far too elaborate to be one of mine. Do you think whoever crafted this would be willing to give me a lesson? They're on to me. Preposterous! Could it be that musclehead isn't as stupid as he looks? I see. In any event, I shudder to think what might happen if an unsuspecting passerby chanced upon such a hazardous object. Allow me. Heave-ho! You gotta be kidding me! Oh, Ultros. maiden in the marting... Why can't I speak? I'm speaking worse today. I'm reading worse. Reading and wording I can't do. Ah, that maiden is in mining garb must be the sister of whom Miss Avila spoke. Let us listen a bit closer. I thought we agreed no hard labor until your leg is healed. I swear, sometimes I think you were born solely to give your poor sister headaches. Says the girl who once fought off 10 Imperials with one good arm. Perhaps someday you'll understand that your little sister can take care of herself just as well as you. Speaking of which, what news of the tourney? Worry not, Hegelina. I have taken all the necessary precautions. The Warden's grace is as good as ours. Even the most modest estimate's value its worth is some 30 million gil. Do you realize what this means? Necklaces from Estimes, sunsilk dresses, all the luxuries you've ever wanted will be yours. The poor little girls in shabby clothes, objects of pity and scorn for the old Don upper crest, those days are over. After I claim victory, we will take our rightful place at the top of society. I don't know, Avi. Wealth is all well and good, but when I see you stand tall in the Colosseum, hundreds and thousands cheering your name, I am proud. No matter how humble our birth, we shall stand strong and stand together. This alone is all the wealth I ask for. That is your problem, Hegelina. You've always been too quick to settle for less than your worth. But worry not, for your sister is watching over you. I will do this for us. Now I must return. God forbid one of those prying reporters overhears us. That's my Avi, unfazed by a duel to the death, yet terrified to be caught in a moment of tenderness. May the gods smile on you, sister, and be safe. A poor, moving display of sisterly love I have not seen. And yet all trails get the frick away. And yet I fear it has afforded us little in the way of perspective clues. It would seem Avila's obsession with victory runs even deeper than we imagined. That said, I can't help but feel a bond with the girl. My sister and I were alone in the world too, you see. Inspector, did you hear what I heard? Look, kids, Uncle Ulti has had it up to here with you. You think you could just fall in this pit and die like a good little boy? I'm talking to you, Mr. Warrior of Light. Hear that sound? Just one step closer. Closer! Oh, he's also got a frickin' bandage, too. From the bomb. Not you, you idiot! Ahem.
No need for concern, friends. I've simply taken the liberty of investigating this hole in the ground, and I'm pleased to report that there seems to be nothing out of the ordinary.
Our hero. Now shall we return to Ul'dah? The Mythril Cup will be starting before long, and the last thing we want after all this is to lose our bout by forfeit. Could it be? Did that musclehead dive straight into my trap to save his companions? The others seemed completely unsurprised at this turn of events. Doubtless he performed such selfless acts before. A true gentleman if I ever saw one. But if you think that means I'm gonna show mercy to you, you've got another thing coming. Time to bring out the big guns, kids. Wait a minute. I dug 2 pits, didn't I? Come to think of it, the second one was right around. Give me a break! Weird. Oh, gosh. Alright. More yawning and stretching. Whatever does he think he's found this time? Yes, is something the matter? We're on something of a tight schedule here, Inspector. Stand back, Miss Ellie. My well-honed inspector's senses are tingling. I fear a most fearsome adversary lurks about. This time you're really up the creek without a paddle, kids. Say hello to a not-so-little friend of mine from the Colosseum. He's large, he's in charge, and most of all, he's hungry. Where in the world is he? I haven't got all day. My, so long, Bowser. My Chimera. Who is that half-naked fool? Father, could it be that the aura of unmitigated murderous rage that I felt was not our quarry, but you?
Hildy, I was merely taking a stroll in search of inspiration and materials for my newest masterpiece in the making. And what brings you and your friends to these parts today?
Just a bit of sleuth work, Father dear. And with that, we must return to Ul'dah. If you have not heard, your son is set to compete for the Mithril Cup. Oh, moonlighting as a gladiator, are we? A fitting second career for a Mondeville man, if I do say so myself. The muscle-bound old man is the inspector's father? Remind me never to go to one of their family reunions. Just who is that inspector anyway? Hildy is a worthy rival, if ever there were one. Who goes there? Gilgamesh.
Hildy, Shent, I have been waiting for this day.
Well, looky who we have here. You're quite the intimidating gent yourself. A friend of the inspector, mayhap?
I am Gilgamesh, wandering duelist,
and I am not so much the inspector's friend as his enemy. Well, that makes two of us. Perk up, Gulliver, 'cause this might be our lucky day. Is there no one in this accursed realm who can remember my... Call me what you will, friend, but heed my words. Shent is a formidable foe. That's sounding like high praise coming from a big fella like yourself. To have such a powerhouse as his sidekick, that inspector must be something else indeed. I know not what brings you to do battle with those two, but I warn you, you will end up as seafood soup if you face them alone. And with that, I must be off. For reasons that I do not entirely understand, I am considered something of a fugitive in these parts. Shent, I will not fall so easily this time. Well, it looks like I've got my legs full, all 8 of them. But if that adventure is too strong to take on alone, I'll just have to bring along a friend. A subtly twisting ring calling to mind the undulations of a creature of the sea. Yes, inspiration has struck. Oh god, no. Nobody here but us octopods! Look forward to your next life as a masterpiece, friend. Muscleheads, I hate them! I do like the throwbacks in this, though. Oh, it's so good. I appreciate them anyway. Oh, sorry. I'm just, for whatever reason, really tired today. My gosh. I slept well enough. It's just, jeez. I don't know. Maybe I'm starting to come down with something. I hope not. Good heavens. Chancing upon father like that, I dare say it's taken a year off my life. Quite a crowd has assembled. It would seem the festivities are nigh about to commence. I'd hoped to uncover more of Miss Avila's secrets, but no matter. What better place to continue my investigation than on the field of battle? True. Oh, he's back. Hildibrand appears to be in something of a hurry. Good heavens. We haven't much time before the tourney begins. We must hasten back to the Colosseum and apprise ourselves on the rules of engagement. To a true gentleman, the battle is not about victory or defeat, but fighting with honor. Whatever treachery or guile my opponents may employ, I must not, I will not lower myself to their level. Okay. Is it just me, or is Mr. Ultros a bit lumperier than he was before? Why, where is he? Did you see him? I don't remember seeing him. Meh. Doesn't matter. Oh, wait. He's up there. Yeah, he's got the lumps. Bumps on the head, chipped teeth. I am one shabby-looking octopus. I tell you, they don't pay me enough for this. You're not supposed to be doing that. You're doing it on your own, But that's all gonna change soon, isn't it, buddy? Funga! Ah, Mr. Ultros, just the octopus we were looking for. I was hoping that you might enlighten us as to... Gads, who gave you those ghastly bruises? But bruises? I fell down the stairs, that's all. Now get lost. I'm a busy octopus. Funga! Ouch. You have my sympathies, good sir. It is challenge enough to coordinate 4 limbs, let alone 8, Is there someone inside your office? No! Whatever gave you that idea? I'm simply, fumigating the place. For pests. Pests like yourself. Now, don't you have a fight to battle? Or a battle to fight, even? Funga! Inspector, I think something's alive in there. That's just me. Talking to myself. Yes, fun. Gods. Yes, gods. Working as a receptionist is fun. Battered, bruised, beset by vermin, and still able to find joy and fulfillment in your work. I say, Mr. Ultros, your passion for your chosen profession is truly an inspiration to us all. Shent, Shent, if you would come with me for a moment. I fear the stupidity in the air may be contagious. Oh my gosh. But I kill them to station me a few yalms closer to the action. God forbid I actually get to enjoy the tourney after all my hard work. Okay, I was gonna say, how was I supposed to speak with them? Well, has your investigation borne any fruit? I don't know. I see. Villa seeks to win the tourney to claim a fortune and raise her and her sister out of poverty. Furthermore, she has implied that she has taken the necessary precautions to ensure that her victory is all but certain. While tailing her, you narrowly evaded a series of dastardly obstacles, and upon your return, that strange octopus appeared considerably worse for wear. The evidence points in one direction. The Alamegan girl and Ultros are plotting together to claim the Mithril Cup and its lucrative prize. It is not as preposterous as it sounds. I have done some research on our eight-legged friend. It appears that Ultras has become something of a regular at Uldar's taverns and houses of pleasure. Gosh darn it, I accidentally freaking... There's also the matter of the Tempest Blade that is rumored to be the source of the All-Amigan girl's strength. This remains a mystery, which means that I fear your life is still in danger, Shent. One of the guards informed me that several crates of refuse from the Colosseum reception room were hastily discarded in Pearl Lane not bells ago. It's a stab in the dark, but the contents may yet provide some answers. I would ask you to bring them to me.
Okay.
I vexed it. Can't believe I'm freaking... Meh. No. Not yet, anyway. Conniving ne'er-do-well. Family and Istra, someone's got a business proposal, pal. Got it? Good, now get the hells out of here. Well, let's see what you have found. What have we here? Ah, yes, a spectacular assortment of innards and entrails and... what's this? A sack! Even more foul-smelling than the gore it was lying in, if that can be believed. And look here, something appears to be written on the side. Synth Goth Sundries. Seen this merchant had a dealing with that squishy mess of tentacles. Let us pay a visit to the man and have him enlighten us as to exact nature of their partnership. Welcome, welcome! What might a discerning gentleman like yourself be looking for today? I'm sorry, sir, but I have said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. No exchanges, replacements, or refunds. I stand by the quality of my wares, and I expect my customers to do the same. Wait now, did Ultra send you? I'll be asking the questions here. What exactly did you sell that ungodly creature? Why, an entire sack full of gold truffles. Can you believe it? What with the impressive price and that, distinctive aroma, they're only for the most discerning of customers, which Mr. Ultras clearly is, as he just placed another order today. Good these truffles, have I be connected to... No, I shall stop myself before I start sounding like... Inspector Bryden, it wounds me that you would sneak off to conduct your investigation without me, and to steal away Shent here. This gentleman is not impressed. Did you find something, Inspector? Gods, what is that dreadful smell? Miss Ellie, I would have expected a cultured young woman like yourself to be more educated in the Epicurean arts. That is the most distinct and delightful aroma of the gold truffle. An acquired taste, to be sure, but one that has won the heart of many an old Don gourmet. I particularly enjoy them slow roasted, as my dear mother makes them. Why is she so sad? Roasted, you say? Why, my mouth's watering just thinking about it. Might I be bold as to ask the recipe? It appears the productive portion of this conversation has come to an end. Besides, the tourney is about to begin. Let us make haste back to the Colosseum. Bryden has seen enough incompetence for the day. Well, that merchant proved to be a spectacular waste of time. Time which is in short supply. We must return to the Colosseum before the battles begin. Here is the plan, Shent. I shall find a suitable vantage point to observe Miss Avila in combat. Until I have ascertained the trickery behind her abilities, you are to keep a wide berth of her blade, understood? I'll do my best. I should find a suitable vantage point, yes. Do you feel the anticipation in the air, my friend? This shall go down in Eosian history as the greatest battle since I slew that dragon! That did actually happen, yes? There you are. I was this close to starting the melee without you. I'd be remiss not to tell you that there's been a slight change of plans. Another contestant suffered a last-minute injury, and none other than our very own Ultros has stepped in to take his place. With everyone's favorite octopus joining you two in the fray, spectators are just pouring in. The bookmakers across town are racking in the gil, which ain't a bad thing for us. Word has it the Master Fergus himself is quite taken with my promotional skills. Aye, the future's looking bright for old Dower Meadows, it is. So what say ye? Are you ready to get your arses kicked? Yeah, sure. Aye, that's what I like to hear. Ladies and gents, it's time for blades to whirl and limbs to fly. Yay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, plutocrats and paupers, open your eyes and steel your stomachs. The Mithril Cup, brought to you by our ever-charitable friends at Amaja & Sons Mineral Concern. Your concern is our concern. Is about to begin. Woo! Yeah! Who will stand atop the heap of maimed bodies and twisted limbs to claim victory? Will it be the tempestuous Davila of Alamigo, Shent, the famed warrior of light? Or who was that grinning fool again? Ah, that's right. Humberbatch! agent of infamy and imbecile extraordinaire. Yay. Oh, will it be our 11th hour entry? Ultros, the 8-legged purple purveyor of pain. Here I am. Did you miss me? I'd say we have a battle for the ages here, folks. Combatants, take your positions and let the battles begin! Alright, you know the detail. Or you know the deal. We team up, wipe out the others, then when it's just the two of us, I'll take a dive. And you receive your share of the winnings. I have not forgotten our promise. Here we go! She is strong. Look at Avila's blade spin! Why, she's a veritable whirlwind of death and destruction out there. They breed 'em tough in Alamigo, that's for certain. Ooh. You just now realized? You are next. Why are you looking at the camera? Oh, where are you going? Here we go, ladies and gents. Once my buddy gets a whiff of these raw truffles, he'll be sneezing up a storm. Literally. And nothing like the rich aroma of rough roasted truffles. All this fighting is giving Uncle Ulti an appetite. Is it time for dinner yet? Wait a minute. Roasted truffles? Braised in a savory sauce, just like Mother used to make them. Feel free to have seconds. There's a whole sack full where that came from. That meddling musclehead! What's taking him so damned long? The girl's gaze gives it away. Open that gate at once! Oh my gosh, look at that. Did you see that? Oh my gosh. What is that monstrosity? Mr. Typhon, is that your stomach I hear rumbling? Could I interest you in some roasted truffles, perhaps? What fascinating friends you have, Ulti. Why, just look at this charming little nose. Is he perhaps safe, suffering from a case of the sniffles? Could it be? Avila's vaunted Tempest Blade? It was all that It was all that monster all along? The girl played us all for fools. Don't look at me. It was all her idea. I'm just a stupid octopus. You were the one who approached me, you double-dealing fiend. I just wanted to experience the thrill of battle, you know. For my work and all. Come on, Dower. Has Uncle Ulti ever lied to you? But I tell you, I knew there was something fishy about that Alamegan. Oh my gosh. Alamegan spit beggars and brutes, a lot of them. We give them a home in our lands, and this is the thanks we get? Send her to Garlemald for all I care. Just get her out of my sight before I get sick. My god. But I just wanted to... my sister. I feel for the girl. Really, my little octopus heart goes out to her. But the rules are the rules, right? Now, if Uncle Ulti may be so bold. I say we call off the melee and have a final showdown between the 3 remaining competitors. That would be me, my buddy Typhon, and Shent here. What do you say, Mr. Warrior of Light? Aye, that's what we want to see. Ultros, Ultros, Ultros. Well, this is a most unprecedented turn of events, but who am I to deny the wishes of such a passionate crowd of martial arts aficionados? The venue, Halatali. The fighters, the tag team of Ultros and Typhon versus the Warrior of Light. Who will be left standing when the storm is settled? Be there or miss a battle for the ages. Figured. Well, that's unfortunate. I do feel for it. Oh god. He's out. he did not fight as a gentleman. So to review, the truffles were to elicit a sneeze from the octopus's oversized crony, which would be positioned so as to appear it was coming from the Alamegan girl's blade, allowing the two to sweep away their opponents with ease. No wonder I wasn't able to see it sooner. It's quite possibly the most imbecilic scheme I've encountered in my years as a counseling inspector. At any rate, we have no choice but to trust in your abilities now, Shent. Let us make for Halatali. Yay, to Halatali. I love Halatali. Oh, well, whoops. Definitely overshot that. Alright. Well, this tourney's turned into a right mess. With all the trouble I took preparing consolation prizes for the melee, it looks like we won't be needing them after all. Of course, as long as you're bringing in the spectators, the profits, I could give a gnat's arse. Now, I know what you're thinking. 2 against 1 ain't fair, especially when one of the two is the size of a small house. So here's the deal. Why don't you bring along some of your friends for battle? Say 7 of them. That should even the odds, eh? The Dragon's Neck is now accessible. The Dragon's Neck. Oh, is it a trial? It is. I don't know why I was expecting like an actual like dungeon. In a frantic free-for-all as the Mithril Cup moves to Halatali for the climactic confrontation, rain will lash and winds will bluster in this perfect storm of a battle. When a tempest subsides, who will rise above the chaos to lay claim to the victor's spoils? Will it be the warrior of light, savior of Eorzea, and champion of her people, or the dastardly duo of Ultros and Typhon? All will be answered in Halatali, atop the Dragon's Neck, next time on Final Fantasy XIV. And with that, I think I'm going to call it a little early today. Oh, goodness. That's good. I like the Hildibrand questline. I like the throwbacks to past Final Fantasy games I get from this. It's good. I forgot that Ultros was one of the main things in this, which is fine. It should be interesting. Yes. Alright. So, I don't know. I think I'll be playing something tomorrow. I don't know if it's gonna be this or Kingdom Come, though. I think I'm gonna be trying to play at least something for, like, the rest of the week. Because again, I want to play things. I really want to play more of this and more of Kingdom Come. Now that I'm done with Yakuza, Kingdom Come is going to take its place. And again, we'll be playing Kenshi probably Sunday. Yes. So yeah. Alright. Thank you again, Artsy, for stopping by and chatting earlier. I appreciate it. I hope you're gonna have a good rest of your day, and that goes the same with everyone. I hope you all have a good one, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.